Hey guys, so this is another case of one of those people just can't be happy with what they have, where they always need more of it. That's the gluttony, right? So Shaun of the Dead, amazing movie. Not only, story standpoint where, it's like paying homage to old time zombie films like, Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, stuff like that. It's also kind of like a commentary how we are the zombies. You see these shots where, you see Shaun, Simon Pegg, his that's the character he plays as Shaun, walking the same route every day, seeing the same people doing the same things every day. You see him on the bus going to work. You see the same people just zombie like. And it's kind of a commentary about we are the zombies. We're going through all these same things day in and day out, just the same motions over and over and over. We are the zombies. We don't need to worry about a zombie outbreak because we already are the zombies. And I thought it was perfect. But we got Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. I love Nick Frost. The guy is hilarious. He's been in Doctor Who as Santa Claus. Probably one of the best interpretations of Santa I've ever seen. Not to mention Nick Frost was playing Santa in Doctor Who. It's just if you're not a Doctor Who fan, I still recommend watching the episode. I think it's called Last Christmas. Um, Nick Frost, he's he brings such a different aspect to Santa, who's normally all happy and jolly, but he's like sarcastic. He's insulting the Doctor. He's very aggressive. It's so great, and he fits as Santa. It's really good. Um, but Shaun of the Dead came out was 2000 2004. Wow, old. Simon Pegg, Kate Ashfield, girlfriend Liz, Lucy Davis. Really, I don't think Lucy Davis. I mean, I haven't seen her in much. If you're a fan and seen Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, she did what, 4 seasons of that, as Aunt Hilda, which I love Hilda's character. Um, Bill Nye, great character. Um, but we have Simon Pegg. People are always like, I need Shaun of the Dead 2 in my life. And I'm like, no, you don't fucking need Shaun of the Dead 2. That's Simon Pegg saying that. And it's true. People just can't be happy with one great film. It's like, oh no, we need a sequel, we need a prequel, we need a. No. The first movie, the only Shaun of the Dead movie, was perfect as it was. Again, it was a great homage to old zombie movies and horror movies. Great commentary about how we are the zombies going through these motions, the same motions every single day. Looking down at the ground, never actually looking up to take in things. It doesn't need a sequel. It doesn't need a sequel. It's already perfect as is. And for a movie created by basically two goofballs, and I mean that with utmost respect. I'm not talking about like idiot goofballs. I mean they're comedians. They're goofy. They like to be stupid. And you can see that in the in their movies. Uh, a world. What was it? World's End, where they're trying to get to the pub or whatever. Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead. They're just goofy guys. They're comedians. They like to have fun. They like to make references and pay homage to things, and it's good. But for a movie made by people like this, it's actually got some pretty heartwarming and heartbreaking scenes. The one that immediately comes to my mind is when they're trying to get to the pub for protection because it's large, it's protected for the most part. It's got big heavy doors, and as they're outside getting in the car, Shaun's stepdad Philip gets bitten, and as they're driving, everyone's in the car, and Philip starts tells Shaun that it's not easy being a father, and how just he's that when he met Shaun, he was only like 11, but he's grown up so much, and he just didn't want Shaun to lose faith and all that because he lost his dad. So it's like, oh God, movie, why are you doing this to me now? And then later on with Shaun's mom, when you find out that she's been bitten as well, and they have to kill her, it's like, oh my God. movie, why are you doing this to me? But it's not even a good movie. You're right, it's a great movie. I can wait for all of this to blow over. Now, this scene, this is the best. He comes in, he just gets back because he's been trying to lure the zombies away, and he gets back, and uh, David says something like, "Well, I'm not over there having a tiff with my boyfriend," and Shaun's like, "He's not my boyfriend." And then Ed hands him like a beer and says it's warm because the systems or whatever are turned off. And he's like, "Thanks, babe." I love the humor. Dust till Shaun, so amazing. That actually looks pretty freaking badass, honestly. Yeah, Ed at the end, we see Ed this entire time, and then he's kind of bitten at the almost the end of the movie. He becomes a zombie, but then at the very end, Shaun's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna pop into the garden for a bit," and then you find that Shaun's been keeping Ed in the shed that he has, kind of chained up though, but he's still going in there. He's playing video games with him, so even in undeath, they're still best friends, which I thought was cute. Um, the kill, yep. They go do this whole montage of like, okay, well, what happened, Phil, what if Philip is, and he goes through all these scenarios, and it's like, no, I want to be able to smoke, or I no, this, it has to be safe, it has to be, so he go, like, how's that for a slice of fried gold, you know? But it's season 3 win. No, no chance. Yeah, don't. What, what I need is this. Don't. Yeah, I mean, if you've seen the movie, you'll know that it's amazing just as it is. And the fact that people are saying, "When's Shaun of the Dead 2? When's Shaun of the Dead 2?" It doesn't need to be a two. It's like Back to the Future. People are asking, when's there going to be a fourth movie? Technically, there kind of was. There was the video game, which was basically a movie. It's a weird story. It's like evil Doc, different, like Doc falls in love, and the woman is not evil, evil, but and it turns into the future into like this freaking dictatorship and everything with ruled by Doc and his wife and everything, and it's just really weird. You see Biff, you see all this, you see gangsters, and it's really weird. But and then at the end, you have Michael J. Fox making an appearance as like an older Marty, I think. Um, I think Christopher Lloyd is playing an older Doc, but it's pretty much Back to the Future 4. It's a little weird, but it's really satisfying to watch. It really is. I watched it, and it was pretty cool. But Back to the Future, the trilogy is perfect as is. You don't need any more. Why not just be happy with what you have? People. It's like people always need it to be updated with CGI and this and representation and all this other stuff. No, just be appreciative that you have Shaun of the Dead, which is an amazing movie. You don't need a sequel or a prequel, or just leave it. I understand that it might seem frustrating to have a great movie in just one that you feel like, oh, we need to continue it. No, not everything needs to be continued. It's like Mario, the Mario movie that came out. The Mario movie made well over $1 billion, right? They tease Yoshi at the end, even though we've seen Yoshi and Yoshi's, not the Yoshi, not our Yoshi. They tease that, but would people be happy with just seeing that one Mario movie and not having one after? Yeah. I mean, it doesn't need a sequel. It just doesn't. They told a singular story, and it did really well, and that's it. But nowadays, everything has to have like three, four, five parts, and that's thanks to like freaking Twilight and Harry Potter and Hunger Games, and look at all the freaking James Bond movies, and everyone is. I don't think Shaun of the Dead needs a sequel, or Well, then again, it would probably be a sequel, seeing the escapades of Shaun and a zombified Ed. Um, but I don't. He clearly doesn't want to do it. So if he was kind of forced to do it, I don't think his heart would be in it, and I don't think the writing would be nearly as good as it could be. Um, and that would really downgrade the quality and the experience of the film, because if his heart's not in it because he just doesn't want to do it, but someone's kind of making him do it, it's like, oh well, you signed this, and that means it's like, I mean, of course he could do the right thing and be like, no, I'm done, I quit. But if someone had forced him to, I don't think his heart would be in it. And because again, the writing won't be good, the humor will be downgraded. He'd probably be forced to be like, oh, you need to check all these boxes, and it takes away from the, you shouldn't say the magic, but the experience that the first one gave you, that Shaun of the Dead gave you. Because again, it's already a good movie. It's a great homage to old zombie films, and it's great commentary, you know, and it doesn't need a sequel. It doesn't. Um, I'm not that geeky guy anymore. Simon Pegg on comedy, action heroes, and staying at home. Sounds like he just kind of wants to be a dad, or I mean, I know he's older now. I don't know if he's a grandpa at this point, but um, The World's End. That's right, The World's End. Hot Fuzz, great movie. Um, blah blah blah. What happened? Let's see. Heroes facing Shaun of the Dead in his late 20s and early 30s. Wow. God, but Peg these days is very different. He's 53. God, wow. 53 now, and lives with his wife, Mo, and their teenage daughter. With a teenage daughter, Tilly, in a home surrounded by fields. That sounds really nice. Um, I see a lot of things in the garden of the grandhouse. Snazzy. Um, Hot Fuzz. That was a good movie. Wow, this is, yeah, the finale of Shaun of the Dead. But yeah, good on him. I know like the guy, whoever worked with like I said, went Back to the Future. They're like, no, as long as the rights are with us, they stay with us. We're not doing any more Back to the Future movies. You see things, like I said, you see things like James Bond, and everything has to have like 5, 6, 7 movies, and I kind of blame Harry Potter, Twilight, Hunger Games, and stuff like that. You have like what, 50 Shades of Grey, that had multiple parts. Um, was another movie, or just multiple, like American Pie, same thing. That started out fine, but then they kind of got worse. It's a Scary Movie. What we want? Scary Movie 52, Scream. There's just, because people can't just see a movie from the 80s or just even this 2004 and just be happy with it. No, they need more. They need more. They need a sequel. They need a prequel. They need to understand every single character and how it got to this point and what happened after. Just no, just go watch the movie, appreciate it for what it is, and that's it. We don't have to keep going with things. Um, but yeah, good on Simon to kind of say no, no, not doing it, not doing it. I know with Harry Potter, people are wanting Cursed Child, that there was a stage play. Um, but it's like, do you really want us to see a movie version? I mean, the story itself is freaking stupid. Do you really want to? And then you'd go and watch it and realize that it's not that great. I mean, it's good for what it is on stage, but seeing it as a movie, no, I don't think so. But anyway, you guys have you guys seen Shaun of the? I'm sure a lot of people have, but did you like it? Did you see it when it first came out in 2004, or I think I saw it the first time in 2006? Yeah, 2006. So not too long after it came out. Um, I mean, I loved it. I mean, did you guys like it? Did you? I mean, commentary, the homage to zombie movies, you know, and also, what about the scenes that I was talking about, like the ones that actually, you know, emotionally they just hit you like a freaking truck. Um, I mean, what you think of that movie? You know, it's a great movie. Um, Also, if you're a Whovian, what did you think of Nick Frost as Santa in the Christmas special? For me, like I said, I think it was perfect. Not to mention, again, his name is Nick Frost, and he was playing Santa. I mean, come on, come on. There was no way this wasn't gonna work properly. But anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.